The NCAA has been postulating for some time now about potentially expanding the March Madness tournament to encompass more teams. The current format qualifies 68 teams for a bracket-style single-elimination tournament, and the NCAA is considering increasing that number to almost 90 teams. While at face value, this may seem like a no-brainer, is this the right move for college basketball?
March Madness is one of the most captivating sports events in the country. Averaging 9.3 million viewers in the 2025 season, all other sports pale in comparison during the month of March. With the gravitating viewership that March Madness attracts, the obvious idea would be to expand it, right? In 2011, the tournament expanded from 64 teams to 68 teams, involving 4 more play-in matches for lower-seeded teams. After this transition, viewership jumped 3%, and the first 2 rounds of this year's tournament saw a 32-year high in views. Over the last 3 years, March Madness has fallen stagnant, with viewership remaining at the 9 million mark. Additionally, a 2025 survey found that over 50% of fans do not intend on watching any of the tournament. If the NCAA wants to grow, a change needs to be made. First, there are several benefits that would come with an expansion. The first and most quantitative being the additional games, creating more opportunity for viewership. The more theoretical would be allowing teams in difficult conferences to still receive a bid. For example, Wake Forest finished 20-11, going 13-7 in the conference, earned quad 1 wins against Michigan State and SMU, and yet still missed the tournament. An expansion may allow for more of these bubble teams to get their chance to compete for the championship. Additionally, an expansion increases the opportunity for more Cinderella stories. As the tournament expands, so does the quality of teams, allowing mid-majors to compete against top 10 schools for the same prize. Some of the most exciting times in recent March Madness history was watching the 2018 Loyola Chicago Ramblers or the 2022 St. Peter's Peacocks. Increasing the scope of possibility for schools opens the door for more of these stories to surface. While a Cinderella story always sounds exciting, is this really a good thing? March Madness is supposed to be the best of the best, and encompassing more teams may water down the influence of the tournament. Historically, viewership increases with each round as the stakes get higher and the teams get better, and involving teams of lower caliber may dampen this excitement. Additionally, this act may decrease the meaning of the regular season. With some conferences only receiving 1 or 2 bids to the tournament, every game matters. If conferences start to lessen the barrier of entry, the regular season may lose the excitement it currently carries. The real question is this necessary? Many experts believe this may not be the correct decision.
Most am against NCAA tournament expansion because I find it unnecessary. We do not need to do it. We don't need to put more teams into a bracket. We're not leaving good teams out. We're not leaving national championship contenders out. Every single year we put mediocre teams in the bracket at a 68-team field. Take it to 72, 76 is just more mediocrity.
We're at 68. Then there was talk of 96. We asked Mike Krzyzewski last week. He goes, no. You got to be careful. You don't want to ruin, you got a great thing going here.
Clearly, the quantity and caliber of teams is not the problem, and yet viewership still falls flat. So, what is the problem?
One of the biggest issues in today's college basketball is accessibility. There are over 10 different streaming services for college basketball, and several conferences such as the Big Ten, SEC, and ACC have their own service. This means that in order to watch every game, you might need to purchase several services.
That's really the biggest pushing point, is for more access for program outside the SEC and the Big Ten. This is all because of TV and adding games. And like you said, true TV is not something you're watching in the middle of August or September.
Would expanding the teams really improve March Madness? Unfortunately, most signs point to no. The viewership has fallen stagnant since the first expansion in 2011, clearly pointing to a different reason behind the fan engagement. Additionally, ratings from the 2025 season clearly indicate that Cinderella stories do not have a significant weight on viewership. So, what do the fans want? The answer? Good matchups and easy access.
The 2025 Final Four consisted of strictly one-seeded teams, and it resulted in the most views in 8 years of the tournament. Fans want to see the best teams in the nation battle it out. Of course, we all love to see a 15-seed team make a historic run, but when it comes down to the final rounds, clearly higher seeds draw more attention. Finally, fans want to be able to watch every game. With the abundance of streaming services and poor consolidation of games, viewer fatigue is inevitable. While the NCAA may believe that expanding the tournament will increase ratings and views, it might end up being a band-aid to a much larger wound.